Hi, everybody. I'm Bryan Mudd, a fan of South Plains politics. Here's your talking points for this week. And this week, a special edition of the show, an extended interview with conservative commentator and candidate for state Republican chair, Lieutenant Colonel Allen West. Plus, the state of our union as we start a new decade, where Lubbock is and is heading over the next 10 years.
From the studios of KMAC Television in Lubbock, your local election headquarters. This is Talking Points with Bryan Mudd.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. Also this week, the future is almost now. We're only about 6 weeks away from early voting in a big primary election. These are the ones everybody gets interested in, and the Lubbock County election staff knows it. Right now, they're trying to figure out how they can get all the workers they need for that election, and KMAC's Brenda Lipinski shows us how you can get paid to do your civic duty.
We've been told from the federal level and the Secretary of State's office to expect record turnout.
That's why the Lubbock County Elections Department is looking for election workers.
We have the March primaries coming up very quickly on March the 2nd, and we have 180 positions that we still need to fill. We'll teach them how to work the voting equipment and how to fill out their state and federal mandated paperwork and how to assist a voter and check in a voter.
Jenny Turnbull has been an election worker for 3 years.
Also office beauty. Thank you.
She says the mission of an election worker is simple.
Getting the voters to, first of all, come and vote. Second of all, having those voters' votes count. Because without them, you wouldn't be able to vote.
And also
secure the validity of the election.
Another big part is helping people vote.
We've got mail ballots. We can bring the machine out to your car to help you vote. We've got headphones. We've got swatches. It doesn't matter, disability, no disability, everyone can vote.
Jill Henry is an elections clerk and says the best part of working elections is the camaraderie.
We've built a lot of friendships through the years, and we're like a family down here.
Brenda Lipinski, KMAC News.
Well, we could not be more thrilled to have the opportunity to spend a few minutes with conservative commentator and author and now candidate for Texas GOP chairman, Lieutenant Colonel Allen West. Good to see you.
It's good to be with you, Bryan. Happy New Year.
Yeah, thank you. And same to you. We hope it's a good new year for you on the other end of this whole election cycle. You know, in town this week for kind of a pep talk for folks before what will be a busy election year. How do we get people at the grassroots level to sort of feel and understand that they have an important role to play in 2020?
Well, that's the important thing of leadership. And you have to be able to go out and go eyeball to people and tell them the importance of what is going to be happening here in 2020. As I told the folks out here in Lubbock, 2020 connotates clear vision. And we have a clear choice that we can make here in the great state of Texas, really for the United States of America. Do we want to go down the path of the failed policies and philosophy of progressive socialism, or do we want to continue on the path of growth, opportunity, prosperity, of constitutional conservatism? And here we are in Texas, we're having to face that choice because even the Democrat National Committee Chairman Tom Perez says Texas is a battleground state. Just recently you had Julian Castro, who has ended his presidential campaign, but he has come out and he has said, I'm in the corner for Elizabeth Warren. Why do you think that's so? He wants to be on that ticket to put Texas in play. And so everyone realizes the importance of Texas as far as the future of the United States of America. We're going to pick up 3 congressional districts because of all the population that is left California, Illinois, New York, New Jersey. Now we got to make sure that those congressional districts are drawn by a Texas State House that is held by Republicans and not the other side.
I think a lot of people know you, but may not know a lot about you.
Sure.
For a minute, if you don't mind, talk about your young life and your military career.
Sure.
That's sort of prepared you for a life in conservative politics.
Well, I will tell you that I was fortunate to have 2 incredibly exceptional parents. And when you think about the black community, when I was born in 1961 in Atlanta, Georgia, in a blacks-only hospital, the 2-parent household in the black community was almost 77%. Today it's 24%. So having 2 great parents, a father who served as a corporal in World War II in the United States Army, a mother who served 25+ years civilian service with the Marine Corps headquarters. They probably tell me my hair's too long right now. But, you know, my dad challenged me to be the first officer in the family. And so I started in high school, junior ROTC in 1976 at Grady High School, went on to University of Tennessee, the only UT is the University of Tennessee.
Bravo.
Thank you. I had to get that in. But, you know, got commissioned 31 July 1982, spent 22 years in the United States military, rose to the ranks of lieutenant colonel, commanded a battalion in combat. My last duty assignment was Fort Hood, Texas. Operation Desert Shield, Desert Storm, Iraqi Freedom, and even some time in Afghanistan as a civilian military advisor. Been married for 30 years. My darling wife, Dr. Angela Graham West, we met when I was at Fort Riley, Kansas. She was a professor at Kansas State University, and we have 2 daughters, Aubrey and Austin. The oldest is a physician assistant at a trauma surgery unit in Dallas, and the youngest is a software sales consultant in Dallas.
You can tell that's a proud guy right there. He should be, for sure. If I remember right, your congressional seat in Florida was sort of redistricted out.
Yeah, Republicans redistricted me out.
Yeah. Now, I have to believe, though, that your phone has rang pretty much nonstop with people wanting you to run for this, that, and the other since then, at least a little bit. Why Texas GOP chair, and why now? Because
when you look at the battleground, the ideological battleground for America is in Texas. And everyone is focused on that. Sure, you can go and run, you know, I live in the district that was lost to Colin Allred in Dallas, or, you know, people say we want you to run for Senate. But where can you have the greatest impact, not just for the state of Texas, but for the country? And that's here in being the chairman of the GOP for Texas. I don't want to see what happened to Virginia happen in Texas, where all of a sudden they did not pay attention in 2 counties, Fairfax and Prince William. That dominates the entire rest of the state. I want to talk about that. And by the way, you literally wrote the book on this. Hold Texas, Hold the Nation is the name of the book. Amazon, you need to go pick that up if you're so inclined. It's fascinating stuff. This won't be as easy, I think, as a lot of people have sort of, I don't know, they sort of take for granted that Texas will remain red. It's not, as you mentioned, it's not necessarily so in a lot of areas. It is not. And if you go back to the 2016 electoral map, broken down by county, even if you go to Oregon, you see a lot of red, except for 2 places, Portland and Eugene. If you go to the state of Washington, a lot of red, except for 1 place, King County, Seattle and Tacoma. You go to Colorado, used to be a strong red state. Still red, except for Denver and Boulder. Same with Arizona, Tucson, and Phoenix. And look at what is happening here in Texas, the strategic location of those blue spotches, those blue counties. Texas has 254 counties, and I'm trying to get around to every single one of them. Right. But all of a sudden, we're starting to see 8 to 10 counties possibly be in control of the politics of the great state of Texas. And I don't want to see that happen here. Let's talk more about it. You know, Governor Abbott has talked a lot, and on this show as well, about how the great business climate in the state is bringing people in from all over. A lot of folks leaving California to come here. My thought on all that was, that's great, but that's also a whole lot of folks with a whole different political background moving to suburban areas, which were an issue. And we saw that with Cruz Beto, and we saw that in the last election with President Trump a little bit. Where does that stand, and how is that fight going to be here over the next few months? You know, that's an interesting point you bring up. Mitt Romney won Texas by 16 percentage points. President Trump, 4 years later, only won Texas by 9 percentage points. Ted Cruz only won Texas by 2.3. As a matter of fact, the largest quote-unquote red county in Texas, which is Tarrant County, Ted Cruz didn't even win it. Right. So going back to Governor Perry all the way up to Governor Abbott, we have gone out and said, come to Texas. Many other of these successful red states have said, come to our states, you know, look at the growth, opportunity, and prosperity. 10% of Fortune 500 corporate headquarters are located here. But the important thing is that the corporate business leaders, Jamie Dimon talking about moving J.P. Morgan Chase headquarters to Texas, they understand why they're leaving California, Illinois, New York, New Jersey. But what about the employees? We're not talking to them and getting them to understand the reason why they're making that business decision. I would love to be able to go and talk to the Toyota headquarters, you know, right up there in Collin County, one of those suburban areas where you see issues, and talk to the employees, say, why do you think your corporate headquarters left California to come here to Texas? You know, folks talk about teaching Texas history to our kids in high school, whatever. We need to teach Texas history to a lot of these adults. Hey, we'll continue our chat with Colonel West in just a moment. Let's first do this week's poll question. Do you or have you ever donated money to someone's political campaign? Talk to us on our KMAC News Facebook page and on everythinglubbock.com. Click on Talking Points. Give us your opinion there.